TV screen. I was like, fuck yeah.
No,
and
that movie, because you know why?
Yeah.
That movie, you should, people, if you haven't heard of Equilibrium, go on YouTube and watch some clips. They introduce what they call gun fu.
No, it's called gun kata.
Gun kata. Okay,
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Gun kata. You're close. Gun fu.
Okay,
Sorry, don't worry.
hey, I've been drinking.
I'm not gonna be a dick about it. Gun kata. It introduced gun kata, and it was badass. You know, and the funny thing is, like watching gun kata, you'd always think, wow, that's something somebody's gonna rip off because it just looks so fucking awesome. The only show or the only thing I've ever seen anybody try to rip that off was Smallville. Smallville actually ripped off that scene.
Really?
Yeah, but it was cool. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, I digress.
They no, I was all gung ho about that film and its director. Listening to the commentary is pretty cool on that DVD. As far as you realize like what small of a budget that guy had to work with and what he did to make that movie just look epic. Now, I was all gung ho waiting for his second film, and I heard that Mila Jovovich was going to be involved, and that he wanted to incorporate a scene that he could not afford to put into Equilibrium that he was going to do for Ultraviolet. And when I heard the premise, I was like, okay, it sounds kind of like a Blade Part 2 or something. And I went opening day to see that film early in the morning to see the first showing. And oh boy, was my heart broken.
Yeah.
It was almost like the poor guy had just way too many ideas in his head, and he finally had a budget, and he just blew his wad way too hard to where it kind of just made a mess. The film, it looked like there were some scenes that were cut out, and it looked like, I can't remember the studio that released it, but it looked like they tried to cater it more to a comic book type
and it
film.
just looked like it was like too fluorescent. Looked like a fucking.
It was
like
too fluorescent, and there were just way too many ideas going on. I mean,
you know what that guy wrote recently?
What?
Law Abiding Citizen.
Really?
That director, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to.
Yeah, he hasn't directed anything since Ultraviolet, but he wrote Law Abiding Citizen, so he's still in the game.
No shit.
He's
okay,
going to be directing some movies.
Because the thing is, like when that DVD finally came out, I was hoping at least it would have some kind of commentary or something on it. But because it flopped at the box office, and the scene that they had that was hyped about. You're almost glad they didn't put that in Jim Cotta. And you're glad they didn't put that in Equilibrium because it probably would have been a little too cheesy. But I'm glad.
I remember you were like so eager to see that movie.
Oh, dude, I was so pumped, and I mean,
what are you gonna do?
It sucks. Yeah, what are you gonna do? But I am kind of glad. But like I said, I was hoping to hear at least some kind of interview or story about what exactly happened to that film, as far as what his thoughts were on that film. Just only because he did a great film like Equilibrium, and I don't know, maybe he had just too much money. Maybe
some actors, it is called a sophomore slump.
Yeah,
some actors they come on great, and then they have to do something really bad, and then they come back into it. What's his name? Richard Kelly, who did Donnie Darko.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then he came out with The Box recently.
The Box, which I heard was all right, not great, but okay.
I wanted to see it. But
it's gone now. I mean,
exactly.
It's barely. He's still going through a sophomore slump.
Every fucking movie I've tried to see this past month is just left the theater. That and I was talking about that black metal DVD. The black metal documentary that came out.
Yeah.
Called Until the Light Takes Us. That fucking movie.
Yeah, you got some of these things you got to, man, there's so many goddamn movies being made today. You got to catch, if it's not a blockbuster or doesn't have some sort of, I guess doesn't catch on with like some sort of audience or doesn't have the internet push behind it or some sort of buzz, that's just gone. So, but anyway, man, before we go on to another part of the show, I just want to let you know, man, I meant to bring this up last week. Oh wait, what? You know what? No, I meant to bring up something else. I'm gonna bring up something real quick. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I just have to say, every night I just gotta tell you about crazy shit that I see.
Okay.
Last week, I saw Black Hitler and Weird Al Yankovic with tits.
What?
On one night.
Okay. What? Tell me.
I was going to, where was I going? I was going to, I think I was going to a party.
Okay.
I was trying to find the address, and I pulled over to check my phone, find out where the fuck I'm going. And you know, I was
Where am I going, phone?
Yeah, where the hell am I going? Phone, tell me, please.
I don't know.
Corey, you fucking lost.
Yeah.
What I look like to you?
You're fucked up again, bitch.
Yeah.
Just turn your ass around before you hurt somebody.
Go back home.
Or hurt yourself. You're not only putting your life in danger, you're putting my life in danger as well.
I told you to keep your black ass at home. But while I just pulled over, and it was, you know that Wendy's right off of I-35 off 7th?
I try to forget it, but yes.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I pulled over in that street right behind that.
Uh-huh.
I'm checking my phone, and this guy comes up to the car, you know, knocking. And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, it's one of those things where, hey, man, you know, I don't have any money. And I really didn't. I give homeless people money, but I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
Except this guy didn't look all that homeless. He had on like a jumpsuit
Uh-huh.
and a cap. Didn't look dirty.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing, man. And there's a black dude. That motherfucker had a Hitler mustache. That little square right under his nose. Yeah. Zig Heil, brother. Look here. No, he came. He
talk
came
like
on,
that?
Yeah. Hey, no, he came on. No, he talked like this. He came out of the car trying to say he thought I was parking.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes over and he's like,
Look here, over there, $200. You park here for free. I'll watch your car for you.
now. First of all, I don't understand what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
Talking
So
about,
go ahead.
he's spitting. There's fucking spit, but every word like just like globs of slobber.
Please tell me none of it hit your face, man.
None of no. Okay, a little bit sprayed on me, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Oh,
but most of it was just
it
dripping.
might as well have been his jizz. Oh.
He looked like a fuck one of those Saint Bernards that just drool at the jowls, man.
Watch me your car.
I even told him, I said, "Man, how the fuck you gonna watch my car? You can't even keep water in your fucking mouth." You know, just
Look here, Spitty McGee.
my brother just talking.
You're about to drown my ass in my own car. Why don't you spit up in the air so you can give yourself a bath?
At the time, I got a friend in the car. I got a friend and a friend who happens to be a girl. And motherfucker just embarrassed me. He stopped talking like
He embarrassed you.
Yeah, he embarrassed me. And then he embarrassed himself.
Sorry, baby.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I tend to pull up into the Wendy's
I know.
when I need to wonder where the fuck I am.
I'm getting a car wash right now. This man provides his own water. It's cheaper than a regular car wash. Now this brother comes up and he looks. I don't know if he see. I can't tell if he's talking to me or if he sees who's sitting next to me. Mm-hmm. But he's like, "Hey, look, bro, you trying to get some pussy, ain't you?" And I was like, God, I was like, Jesus Christ, man, come on.
He told you that?
Yeah, in front of my friend. Like,
I see what's going on here now.
You got a fifi in here.
Oh, pussy pleasure.
Yeah, pussy galore. I was like, Jesus, man, come on, man. I just like,
how much you paying for it, huh?
Damn, brother.
I cut you a deal on my sweet pussy.
Have you no couth?
You are in front of a lady.
Sir. I took my glove off and slapped him with it.
How dare you?
How dare you,
Call
sir?
me sir, God damn.
I rolled his hand up in the window and drove off with him still sticking to the car. Let him go after I got on the highway. But no, I was like, look, I ain't got no money, man. All right, fuck it. I told him, I said, man, I ain't got no money. He kept talking. I was like, I'm gonna run over your feet. Get over, put it in the car, right? I'm sorry. I'm not usually that way to homeless people because I'm not. I don't really have this attitude like, oh, I'm better than they are, or anything like that. I give them money if I have, and if I don't, I'd be like, man, I'm sorry. I know it's hard out here, and I'm not gonna insult you by giving you like a dime or two out of my pocket. All right,
you know what I do usually during that kind of problem. No, I tell them what you need. What I'm sorry, I can't hear. And then right when they get their fucking neck right between that window.
They're like,
yeah. What? I can't hear you. What?
and the little co-host will be. They're like, hey brother, can you give me the?
You must be busy. I'll let you go, but
I can't understand you.
Yeah, I can't understand.
Man, I need a.
You just got a whole nother mess of problems.
And then you
got time for.
Man, what the fuck is wrong with you? I can't understand you, man. Oh, fuck you!
I just wanted to borrow the. How can you borrow something when I obviously have to give it to you?
I don't have a for you. You motherfucker!
Oh my God. Anyway.
But man, so we went to eat And we were done. We went to go see this DJ that was playing on Fifth Street called Ursula 1000. And
Damn.
you know, you're like, who the fuck is that? I got all the greatest hits.
Yeah.
That was a cool DJ, man. We just went to go see her DJ show. So we get in there. I recognize two guys. They're my neighbors, and they're my gay neighbors, and they're real cool guys. But they're hanging out with all these girls.
No comment on the game.
And I saw, that's their friends. These two guys were together. No, they're my neighbors, man. They're real decent fellows, man.
Yeah.
But
Good chums.
Yeah, good facts. No, they're real cool guys, man. Great neighbors. They
keep
get along
themselves
very well. No, man. They're real good people.
Yeah,
man.
they have great
But
parties. Man.
Now, I sound like those people, like white people who. I sound like white people who are racist.
No, the black guys
people.
across the street. No, they're good.
Yeah,
Well mannered.
For black people,
They speak really well. Good natured boys.
Yeah,
them.
no.
I mean, when I say boys, I don't mean that.
I'm sorry. When I say fags, I don't mean they haven't spread AIDS on my door yet or anything. No, I hate saying it like that. No, they're good guys, and I saw them over there, and I said hi to them, and everything.
Yeah.
We hung out for a little bit. And I noticed that there was this guy over there with them, and I knew it was a guy because they had a mustache. Now, when this guy gets up, this guy's got a fucking kick-ass body, man, for a woman.
What?
Listen to me what I'm telling you. I could not
I'm
figure
sorry,
out.
Corey. I'm all confused right
I was
now.
confused. I don't know what the fuck was going on. One thing, okay. All I can say is this dude looked like Weird Al Yankovic. He had that long Weird Al Yankovic hair.
The kind of Jewy long
That
hair.
kind of Jewy long hair. He had the mustache.
Yeah,
But when he got up, because I thought it was a guy at first. I thought it was like one of these fucking, skinny hipster guys. Because they were dressed up in one of those 70s shirts with the big collars and some tight white pants.
Damn.
But when he got up,
Saturday Night Fever.
he had tits. I was like,
boy.
what the fuck? Now, I can't figure
Yeah.
out if like the mustache was glued on.
What? Okay.
Or what?
Was this around Halloween?
No,
What
this was
going on?
last week.
Okay.
This was Saturday.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
This motherfucker had an ass on him, her, what, and tits. And I was like, I was looking at them from behind, and they came back. Because at first I thought, like, oh, well, that's just a drawn on mustache. And they got closer, and I was like, that's fucking hair.
Oh, no.
I was like, what the fuck?
What the?
I was like, what the fuck?
Are you here? I would have walked up and go, excuse me, are you here to stir up confusion? Is your name Confusion McGee?
I went up to him and said,
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm fat. You know it.
Yeah. Weird Al, I'm a big
Weird
fan.
Al, love your music.
Look, everybody, it's Weird. What the fuck?
That's Weird Al with tits.
Weird Al with tits and a knocking ass up.
And I'm kicking ass.
Holy
Banging
jeebus.
ass.
Boy.
I tell you what, though, man, I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you get so confused. Let me put it this way.
Corey, it's best to leave it
I
alone.
know. I'll put it this way, my friend.
Yeah.
I've had these thoughts that have kept me awake for an hour at night, wondering, is the universe infinite? You know, how far can it go? I cannot conceive the concept of infinity. I stayed up that night figuring out what the fuck was it I just saw? Weird Al Yankovic with tits.
Corey, that was infinity.
That was an infinity, yeah.
I don't know if you're
Infinity is
yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic with tits.
I don't know if you're a fan of that DC comic called New Gods.
No.
I don't know. Okay,
And I don't want it because it's going to have me up
tell
at
you,
night
there's
thinking about this
there's a
shit.
certain wall in the end of the universe. I'm sure that dude was on it. He's looking at you, Corey.
Man, let me tell you something, my friend.
Into my mangina.
I got a mangina. I'm old gray. I'm Weird Al Yankovic with tits.
Into my mangina, so you can see the rest of what the universe has in store for you.
That's what that dude told me.
Yeah.
You're making judgments about
Yeah.
me, but you don't know me. You don't know what I got. I got tits.
I'm gonna-
Weird Al Yankovic has tits.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna write a song about you.
I can see
I
you.
love you. I like you.
I can see you right now, Corey, going through that mangina, and then it's gonna end up like in fucking 2001. It's gonna be like kaleidoscope of light all around you.
Man, let me tell you something.
Damn.
I was confused. The only thing I can think
Yeah.
is that it was either they had on a really cool, convincing mustache, or that was a transgender person who's in mid operation. I don't know. They must in the mustache grew first.
Usually, I just call it a mess, but that's me.
Hey,
Hey, look at that mess walking over there.
hey, if you see, what's her
Yeah.
name? Cher's daughter.
No.
I forgot her name. Chastity Bono.
Yeah.
I saw something on the news where I looked at her and I was like, "Who's that fucking
no.
dude, man?" I thought it. Okay, Chastity Bono is Cher's daughter, and if you see her from some